Welcome back. This month marks 5 years since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, when then Governor Charlie Baker declared a state of emergency in Massachusetts. A stay-at-home advisory forced students into remote learning through the end of the school year and beyond. Years later, we're still tracking the impact on students' academic process. Joining us today to talk about those learning setbacks, particularly for students of color, is Jorge Fanjul, Executive Director of Latinos for Education, Massachusetts. It's the first Latino-founded and led national organization solely dedicated to creating leadership pathways for Latinos in education. And thank you for joining us. How are you doing today?
Doing well. So happy to be here, Karen.
Listen, the 2024 National Assessment of Educational Progress found that Massachusetts literacy scores remain above the national average, but they have not returned to pre-pandemic levels. 40% of Massachusetts fourth graders scored at or above proficient in reading, but just 20% of students from low-income backgrounds, 22% of Black students, and 21% of Latino students scored proficient or above. Now, your organization is attributing part of these results to instructional materials being inadequate. If you would, explain this.
Well, first, let me set the stage, Karen. It is troubling, to say the least, that according to the 2024 test scores that we have, 40% of our students of color are not at reading proficiency. To be specific, that means that 21% of Latinos are not reading at level, right? And this is coming from the nation's report card, right? Our annual 4th and 8th grade exams. And so it's incredibly troubling, but it's not our students' fault, right? It's not our students' fault. And this is the important thing to realize, that these numbers are not related to the pandemic. These numbers were going below and decreasing since before even the pandemic.
Aggravated by the pandemic.
Very much so, and because we know clearly, and I know many of your viewers know this already, the pandemic exacerbated every single resource that we had. And so if you were already from a low-income community, our family that was on assistance, and you were already having a hard time with getting the resources in your school, or you were in a low-resource Title I school, for instance, you were already seeing that
those disparities exist.
Oh, of course.
So what
the
can be
pandemic
done?
made it worse.
What can be done to bridge the gap?
Well, so we're a part of a coalition, the Massachusetts Education Equity Partnership. It's between 40 coalitions and 40 organizations in Massachusetts. All have come together to really support what we're calling the literacy is empowerment campaign, right? And this opportunity to really look at how we can bring in education to a more scientific approach using the Science and Reading campaign. And so literacy is really, in many ways, the way to elevate our students. We know that our third graders, if they're able to read, they're able to have higher attainment opportunities throughout the rest of their academic process.
It's a positive ripple effect.
Oh, so much so, much so.
Latinos currently make up 25% of school children, but here in Massachusetts, Latinos are only 5% of
Around
the
6,
teaching workforce. What's the importance of teachers that reflect the student body?
Oh my God, so much. I will say, studies after studies have shown that when you have a teacher that looks like you, right? When you have a teacher that has a similar experience than you in front of that classroom, your families connect better to that teacher, your families connect better to the school, the student connects better. And again, another example of when we do things right, when we do things equitably, when we create opportunities. For instance, our organization was instrumental in getting the Educator Diversity Act. We ran the coalition that created this really historic piece of legislation that actually creates opportunities for educators of color in Massachusetts.
How is that going to work? How is the Massachusetts Educator Diversity Act going to be implemented across the state?
Well, right now, our coalition is working with the Department of Education, with DESE. I'll say the Educator Diversity Act does a few things that I think are key. And one is it's going to create multiple pathways to accreditation. for teachers. We know this during the pandemic and shortly thereafter, we had all of these like emergency licensures that happened, right, with our educators. And then because currently in Massachusetts there is only one way to become accredited to be a teacher, and that's the MTEL. So you basically had teachers that were doing the job, teaching in the classroom, and then to be told, okay, well now you have to take a test, and if you don't pass it, you're not going to be able to teach.
Okay.
Right? It just doesn't work that way.
Doesn't work that way.
It doesn't. It shouldn't work that way.
Currently a bill on Beacon Hill to promote high-quality comprehensive literacy instruction in all Massachusetts schools. What are some changes that you hope to improve reading and writing skills for students?
Well, I think one of the things that I would suggest that your viewers do is look at the MEEP Coalition's work on this online and look at what we're talking about, and it's the science of reading. We're specifically pushing this. It has been around for some time, and it is an initiative that you see throughout other states. Washington, D.C. has been a huge proponent of this, and what it is it's neuroscience, actually using more modern ways of teaching reading than more of the archaic methods that we've been using.
Move into the future. Come up with a new process.
So much so, and roughly only 40% of our schools are using, in our school districts in Massachusetts, are actually using more modern materials.
This past week, Attorney General Andrea Campbell filed a lawsuit to stop what her suit is saying are unlawful efforts to close down the Department of Education. I want to ask you, how will the closing of DESE impact the work that you do, and what are your thoughts on
the DOE?
Yes, Department of Education, excuse me, yes.
Yeah. The DESE's our state agency, as you know. Well, we're very concerned about this. And just to give the viewers a little bit of a history lesson, the Republican Party has been trying to close down the Department of Education since Reagan, right? And so Reagan then walked it back, decided he couldn't do it, his administration couldn't do it because they do too many. There are too many things, too many important things. Our students rely on
what's the
funding.
impact? Just quickly tell us what's the impact going to be here in Massachusetts?
I think I'm worried about Title I funding.
Yeah.
I'm worried about our underrepresented schools, our underrepresented communities.
I think Massachusetts receives $2 billion annually in K through 12 education.
That's right.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money that we're going to have to make up some other way.
All right.
It's very scary.
Very scary. More to come on that. We'll have to have you back to talk more about that.
Thank you so much.